I get so excited now. You know, earlier I had to wait like 6 months, shayad ek saal. Maybe sometimes even longer. Sometimes people just take breaks. But now 6 weeks is the longest time that I think I have to wait before I meet the same familiar faces. And it's so exciting to see them in different avatars. My first time that I'm meeting him, Sanjay sir, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. Pleasure is all mine.
Indraneil brother, thank you so much. I mean, somebody who I've known for so long, who's almost like an elder brother and has been somebody who has cracked his own sort of path. First it was in television and now in the OTT. And one of the stalwarts, अब तो ये stalwart हो गई. Last 2-3 years में stalwart बन गई है of the OTT industry. Shweta, thank you so much for joining me. But different avatar, avatar अलग है. तो जितने shows में शायद avatar नहीं निकलते हैं, promotions के time पे we see her different avatars, and I like that. So Gone Game is a very interesting setup in the first round. You know why I explain this is because जब पहली बार आया था, people were not sure how it would be received. इतना full setup था नहीं. A lot of people were still discovering what the OTT platform was back in maybe a year or two back. Now we're of course full-fledged in it. So when you look back and see, it was interesting experiments there. I remember reading reviews then also which said, this experiment, everybody else also thought कि ये सिर्फ एक one-off experiment हो सकता है. The whole world thought that this would just be a short, you know, थोड़ी देर के लिए. But it's now here to stay forever.
Yeah, and honestly, when we all signed for it, I'm talking, because now we've discussed it so much, that's the reason I'm taking the liberty of saying when we all shot for it. It was never a thought that it is an experiment. It was something that was exciting.
Yeah.
Yes, it was something different. Definitely, it was not कि हम कोई experiment कर रहे हैं या कर रहे हैं, कुछ different कर रहे हैं और वो कैसे होगा. Like I just was talking कि जब मैंने खुद ने देखा अपने जब करते हुए मजा आया, we repeated ourselves कि the cast was so interesting. Nikhil, the original director of the show, who actually created the show.
Yeah.
So everything was there, but still that insecurity was there. कि ये finally edit होके कैसा लगेगा? Finally तो हमने एक साथ काम नहीं किया, एक scene नहीं किया साथ में, and acting is all about reactions.
Yeah,
and you know,
yeah.
like when you work with, like even like whether it's dancing or acting, when you act with a good dancer or something, a good dancer helps the other dancer, like even the other dancer looks graceful. Sometimes you work with a good actor, and if you're giving 80% and suddenly you rehearsal में लगता है नहीं भाई थोड़ा अपना करना पड़ेगा ये तो नहीं तो scene कहीं और चले जाएगा. Not that you want to take the scene away, but you want to live up to that thing because you are the. But this, in season 1 there was nothing like that. You had to just
Actually, for the benefit of the others, I'll explain. Season 1 was shot literally during COVID, literally by themselves.
या जब मतलब वो ऐसा टाइम था कि जब बिल्डिंग में भी एक्टर तो दूर की बात है किसी को आने का जब मुझे याद है अभी कुछ आई एम गोइंग ऑफ द ट्रैक कि वो जब खाना आता था कि वो जब नेचर्स बास्केट से हम मंगाते थे चीजें जब वो आता होता अरे मुझे 2 सॉस मिल के स्पेगेटी भी मिल गई आज तो इट यूज्ड टू बी दैट एक्साइटिंग सो इन द सोसाइटी और वेदर यू लिविंग इन अ बिल्डिंग नोबडी वाज अलाउड सो हियर वी वर शूटिंग वो चुपके उन्होंने एक लाइट दी थी रख दी थी घर पे smuggled it in and everything. So it was a very intriguing, coming back to your things, I never felt that we are experimenting on something. ऐसे definitely लगा था कि कुछ हटके definitely कर रहे हैं. और जब देखा तो ऐसे लगा कि यार it was worth the while and just to be part of it.
It didn't look like it was like
a lot of people, I saw a few things in short films and everything. People did definitely shoot, I think even Arjun had shot something during the COVID, like at home and everything. पर लोगों ने 12 मिनट का किया 15 मिनट का किया you know it was a solo thing where probably वो घंटी बजती है but there is nobody and you open the door. I remember this shots because Arjun had done it, you picked up here you were interacting, you were arguing, you were crying, you were like every emotion in a show or a movie it happened. We all did this without meeting anybody.
It was incredible. You pulled it off and pulled it off to the extent where season 2 is actually there and you know, when you now meet everybody, it must be like a homecoming, na? Abhi set par?
I have met so many people, like the show released was a hit. After a very long time, I have met some people. Arjun, I'm meeting today for the first time. After finishing the second season.
Wow.
Because I had no scenes with him in the second season.
Hello.
What?
No, we can't give away spoilers like this.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay. We still don't know exactly what the situation was. But you know, the two of you actually have actually done a lot of work of late in different setups, you know. Has it really become that simple to shoot a show, divide time, be completely engrossed in this? You know, there is a film background for all three of you. Of course, Sanjay sir, in different time periods also. You know, you worked it there. But has it now become a situation where you just don't? I speak to individual creators. Okay, there I don't need the patronage of a big person anymore. है मेरा खुद का ही है, and it's working very well. I'm making my own shows. The quality is being matched. पहले quality match नहीं होती थी शायद. Today the quality is being matched. The same camera as a film camera, you can also hire and shoot. Has that, the similarity now started coming in your own work when you're choosing it also?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I'm the right person to answer this question, because I think Sanjay ji would, because he has seen more of those big patronage you were talking about and the switch. Right. So what do you think, Sanjay ji, about this?
For me, when I'm in front of the camera, it because I was like in Gone Game, let's get back to Gone Game, when I shot on the iPhone, where it was right in front of me. My only thing was कि यार मुझे ये scene correct करना है.
Correct.
तो मैं ये नहीं सोच रहा था ये मैं 70 mm के लिए कर रहा हूँ, ये राजा बन रही है या ये कोई दूसरी फिल्म बन रही है या हम एक दूसरा एक बड़ा, उसके पहले मैंने लव स्टोरीज की थी या फेम गेम की थी और अब गॉन गेम कर रहा हूँ जो हम आईफोन के साथ शूट कर रहा हूँ. इट वाज नॉट दैट एज एन एक्टर, इट डिडंट मैटर टू मी. लाइक टुडे वी हैव टू डू अ सीन, you will never think that today we are giving an interview, if there are 5 cameras or 20 cameras, there is one person in an iPhone.
Right.
Yeah.
When I'm even giving the interview,
It's the
I'm
same.
talking from my stomach and I'm meaning everything. My intensity is not going to change. So the same way, yes, when the audience sees it, there are different platforms, whether you see it on TV. Actor is an actor finally. उसे perform करना है, उसे अच्छा काम करना है. वो theater हो, cinema में आप देख रहे हो. It's a different thing. Yes, definitely. Now, when I talk about theatre, that is a different experience.
Yeah, of course.
That is a different
That's like
experience.
right in front
because
of you.
you're live,
Yeah.
you're everything. I remember as an actor when I performed, it's a total different feeling. You are getting the reaction then and there. It's a total different thing. But otherwise, टीवी हो, OTT हो या फिल्म हो, वो तो बाद में पता चलता है कि आप बड़े पर्दे में देख रहे हो. आजकल तो आप टुडे इफ यू हैव अ
बड़ा पर्दा भी छोटा पर्दा भी दिख रहा है सर.
करेक्ट है. टुडे you know, like if you have a screening of this, you will see it on the big screen.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't matter.
But it gives you more freedom as an actor also. Now, I think the freedom that say you would have experienced Shweta over the last 2 years, बहुत ज़्यादा होगी ना. Now you pick and choose. फिर immediate reaction देख सकते हो. और अगर suppose नहीं चला, कोई और दूसरी आ ही रही है. ये नहीं कि wait करना है. अब नहीं चली तो क्या फोन आएंगे कि नहीं आएंगे. ये जो insecurity और जो freedom थी अब वो आ गई है ना.
So the thing is, for me, that has never been the criteria to choose a project.
Correct.
I do it for very selfish reasons, which is I want to enjoy the journey, the process, and really before a show releases, I'm very zen because everything that I could do
कर दिया.
has been done. Now it is up to the audience. If they like it, then amazing. If they don't like it, then okay. What is it that we can learn from this and make our next project better? So when I don't even read reviews. I
was just going to say,
I don't.
When you do a very highly successful character, like you've done, is it tough to break away? Because the audience memes will still continue of the older Mirzapurs.
Correct.
They will
correct.
continue about the old, अरे उसमें आप ऐसी थी.
हाँ.
पहले क्या होता था? Simple होता था. But now, of course, it'll be directly on inbox, DMs, this, that. Have they accepted your breakaway from that character into different?
Thankfully, yes. So that's also a good thing because earlier it was Masan. And then क्या होता है ना कि we as actors sometimes when, for example, if it's a Game of Thrones, then or Harry Potter, then people put you in that bracket or slot and they see you as that. But thankfully, because there is so much that keeps on coming, people keep seeing you, which is why the different avatars, I make a very conscious effort to keep showing people, क्योंकि मेरे साथ बहुत बार हुआ है कि people see me at airports, they're like, अरे अच्छा आप तो क्यूट लगते हो. तुम लाइक एक सेकंड गोलू तुम्हें कैसी लगती है. सो देन यू गेट टू रियलाइज दैट पीपल परसीव, या फिर जो भगवान के कैरेक्टर्स लोग प्ले करते हैं तो पैर छूने जो स्टार्ट हो जाते हैं. सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू शो पीपल डिफरेंट साइड्स ऑफ यू बिकॉज people like to put you in boxes or people have lazy imaginations. So and ठीक है बहुत कुछ चल रहा है.
ये जो mythological है, you've also played mythological.
इसमें मैं एक चीज ऐड करूंगा
जी
कि I feel more than the audience because our audience are very gullible. Audience बहुत शरीफ है. ठीक है. I think so the casting people actually see you कि इसने मिर्जापुर की थी या इसने ये किया था, इसको कैसे कास्ट करूं मैं इसमें.
You're right.
You know, because the audience when he for the first if they like that show, it is interesting. If once they start watching, within 5 minutes you get into this.
Correct.
Then if they're watching Gone Game, it will not happen that they're thinking of Mirzapur. Or if they're watching Gone Game, they're not thinking about Fame Game. Or they're not thinking, इसने तो अकिया मिला dance किया था. Then they are engrossed in that show. It is the casting, अभी जैसे casting directors हो गए, the industry type cast actually.
Correct.
They are actually looking के यार ये इसको यही role के लिए लेते हैं. Then the actor, what happens then? Then the actor has to put a foot down के खराब भी लगता है. एक आप बोलते हो नहीं मैं ये नहीं करूँगा या मैं ये नहीं करूँगी. यार मैं यही करते आ रही हूँ, मुझे कुछ अलग करना चाहिए. Otherwise I will get typecast. Then the actor has to take that step and do something different. I started off in this when I did a movie called Sirf Tum, which was a love story. I did not meet the heroine till the end. The climax of the picture is I hugged the heroine, which was a big hit. उसके बाद मैंने negative role किया. I cut my hair, I made my body edit. कोई मेरे दिल से पूछे. So the actor has to do it. Audience तो बहुत शरीफ है. Audience को आप दोगे ही नहीं, तो audience क्या करेगी? अगर आपका picture अच्छी हो, show अच्छी होगी, they will accept you, I feel.
How come you've escaped being typecast ever? I don't think I've ever been able to typecast. We're just talking how you did a religious show also. Television also, you've done a very popular role also. But it's almost like people have forgotten that part. They see you as a new जो भी नया परोस रहे हैं, उसी को खा रहे हैं.
So, I really don't know, but I have never, first of all, I have never tried to chase popularity as such. So that has never been
I'm aware of that.
Yeah, so anything I did, even if it became decently popular, but I've been able to detach from it, and I've never tried to cash on that or, enjoy that too much. I've moved on. I've moved on to something else. I don't know. I have always wanted to act and be happy if that role works and if that project works. I have not really wanted to become
A star.
a star or someone like that. And even as you had asked me earlier that now you see me on OTT and I used to do television. So I consciously made a shift, and that shift was difficult because TV gives you a certain kind of popularity.
Yes.
People know you and you enjoy that.
Yes.
When you are moving away from it and you are coming into a completely different zone where Shweta or Shriya are way bigger names than you are. But if you start considering that मैं तो इनसे बहुत senior हूँ, ये तो बच्चे हैं कल के, ठीक है? But you are getting into a new zone where you are zero and you have to start from here. So completely leave that behind and not worry about the fan following dropping and trying to prove yourself again. But that's a step you have to take because you want to do it. So
I think there's a very strong words that a lot of actors need to understand also. It is not about how many people know you. You must understand this. आप एक actor इसलिए नहीं बनते हो ताकि आप बहुत famous हो जाओ. वो एक जरिया होता है. The point is that they want to do roles. There is no need for a Sanjay Kapoor sir to come back, for example. He's doing it because he wants to perform. ऐसा नहीं है कि बैंक बैलेंस जीरो हो गया है या या ये सब ऐसा हो गया. That's not why people.
हो रहा था.
अच्छा हो गया. You have to understand the reasons why people do it, and everybody doesn't have the same reason. We'll take a little break and come right back. You're with me, Salil, on Star Stop. I've got a very varied star cast today. है ना, 2 सीनियर बैठे हैं, फिर बीच में एक OTT की सीनियर बैठी है, तो एक अलग जोन है आज. Thank you so much for joining me on Star Stop. It really is a pleasure. Somebody whose career I think a lot of people were not sure about was yours. And every time you were winning, वो क्या हो जाता है? It's not like you out to prove anything. But इनके career को लोग देख चुके थे, इन्होंने अपना एक fame देखा. His career people had seen, and now he's coming into his own. But with your career, I remember that although a lot of people did like you, I know a lot of people pointed out also, you didn't fit the specific bill जो होना चाहिए, for example. It must be incredibly satisfying now after a few years कि हाँ बेटा और बताओ.
The thing is that like what he said, when your intent is so important, I feel, and that is what I want to tell all the actors, that or anything that you want to do professionally in life, why you started is very important, and that might change, and that's absolutely all right. But you must never forget your core. And I act because I enjoy acting. Like tomorrow is my birthday, so I am going to be shooting.
Right? You're shooting on your birthday, perfect. That's the way it should. The whole year should go like this.
Because it is my sacred place.
Yeah.
Because as actors, we really get into different roles and get to know ourselves better.
Correct.
So what better than that? So ये हुआ था, I remember casting maybe there was an ED एंड हम रिक्शा में कहीं जा रहे थे उनके ऑफिस में where they were refusing to give the script क्योंकि स्क्रिप्ट ऑफिस से बाहर नहीं जा सकती and I was like how do you expect me to say yes to a film without
course.
reading the script and then you know the AD looked at me and it's like Shweta you should not think about yourself that you want to play the lead or essay because you know you don't fit the type but you know the thing is I didn't feel bad I swear and I didn't even think कि इसको तो मैं एक दिन बताऊंगी I thought कि अच्छा okay that is how you feel or that is up to you now when I look at Mirzapur or when I see Lakho
But now when do you meet the same AD sometimes?
no now I wish I
But I think it is not, you know, because they've been trained and because this
Conditioning.
this was a thing which was say about till 10 to 15 years back. अभी पिछले 7-8 साल से ये change हो गया. Like when you see you know older Hollywood films, अगर उस वक्त you know like the casting, they were casting directors. Earlier there were no casting directors over here and everything. Today you know they were like they were एक norms थे कि ये रोल अगर एंग्री वाला है तो उसको कम से कम 6 फुट का होना चाहिए उसके मसल्स होने चाहिए और अगर वो लड़की का कुछ वैम्पिश रोल है तो उसमें बात तो नहीं चाहिए दे नेवर थॉट कि पूरी एक्टिंग तो आईज में होती है लाइक आई डिड वन सीन विद हर देयर वाज दिस कॉन्फ्रंटेशन सीन एंड एवरीथिंग एंड मतलब कि where I'm sitting down and everything and that scene was such कि we really couldn't rehearse because she has to break down and everything and we had read the scene I was prepared she was prepared the way she performed and she looked 6.5 feet to me that time. And मतलब कि like I said, acting is all about reaction. मैंने जो सोचा था, तो मैं अगर 4.5-5 फीट था, तो मैं भी 6 फीट तक आ गया. Only because the way she reacted. So when on screen at that time, this if there was 10 years back, ऐसा लगता नहीं यार, श्वेता ये सीन कैसे कैरी करेगी?
जम नहीं रहा है.
तो जमेगा नहीं इसके साथ. इसको थोड़ा सा मेलो सीन दे दो. Today those days are different. Today the thing is, it is all about talent and acting. It's not about the structure. It's not that typical thing कि ये ऐसा ही होना चाहिए and everything. It's all changed. It's all changed. So which is that's the reason today you have so many good actors. You know the best. Everybody keeps on. What has changed? I said the best thing that OTT has done has given some fantastic actors who would have definitely got a chance in movies. But they would have taken probably another 8-10 years
Correct.
to make a mark.
वो accelerate
Now
हो गया.
they are making a mark because today you without naming anybody, you know, within a year, in one show, you do a correct show and suddenly
Everybody knows you.
you.
Yeah.
तो वो जर्नी जो 10 साल उनकी होती
वो calling card
वो
एक show के
एकदम
साथ
वो हो गया काम. That is the best thing that OTT has done. And I think so that's how the OTT actors are helping today the films. Today when you see films, that's the reason the casting is interesting. Earlier होता था कि कॉप था तो इफ्तिकार जी कॉप होते थे या जगदीश राज जी कॉप होते थे. Today when you तो वो रियली नहीं लगता था क्योंकि आपने उसको 50 और पिक्चरों में देखा हुआ है. Today when you see a film, a cop will look like a cop. Because you've not seen him in any other thing.
Correct.
It looks so interesting. That's the reason movies are also looking, most of the films.
Of course, they look realistic.
It looks more realistic. It is, I think so. That's where OTT has helped the film.
You know, one genre that works in every platform, whether it's audio or video, has always been thrillers.
Yeah.
But it's 90% of the time you don't get thrilled by it because too much is revealed. Now, when you've seen bits and pieces of this, can you say you're being thrilled by this? Is there enough murder? Is there enough or not? Or is there enough suspense in it? It's very tough to crack, you know, in writing because you're seeing so much of it. Now, when you all see this, I have to ask you a verdict for this. Do you think there's enough suspense in this? Enough thrill?
Yes, I feel so.
Yeah.
I feel so. I would be hooked onto the once if I see this trailer because second season to only I've seen that. So if you see the trailer, I think there is enough in the trailer to be intriguing. You want to know what is happening.
And not enough. Even I've seen it.
Yeah.
Do I know everything I have to look in the trailer?
No,
of course not.
Obviously.
no,
Of course not.
nothing.
Because you shoot someone in the very first 10 seconds.
But you never know.
There's going to be lots that people are going to ask and want to see. Why season 1 and season 2 couldn't be as diametrically opposite in this case? Because Pehla wala season was a completely different setup. It was an experiment in the way it was shot. So this is actually the first full-fledged season of Gone Game. So let's just put it that way. There's going to be lots more that's going to come. Is this going to also have a 3 and 4? Have you already shot for that? I met an actor a few days back who, when they were telling me about season 3, they said, नहीं 4-5 तो shoot कर चुके हैं
Oh God.
मैं अभी बता रहा हूँ
हाँ ऐसा करते भी हैं.
हाँ और उन्हें बोला मैंने कहा इसमें थोड़ा कम रोल लग रहा है अरे नहीं भाई अगले वाले में बहुत बड़ा है
अच्छा
so, ऐसा हो गया तो इसमें भी ऐसा ही है क्या
नहीं हमने नहीं
अभी तक 2 ही हुए
सीजन 2 किए हैं हम अभी तक सीजन 3 का पता नहीं बट द वे इट इज शेप्ड अप I see the thing is also what happens in पहले जब हम when I started off 90s वो 20 दिन शूटिंग होती थी और फिर गैप होता था 20 दिन हम शूटिंग देके थिएटर में देखते थे यार 20 दिन यार, अच्छा हुआ यार वो शॉट बड़ा अच्छा हुआ टुडे तो यू नो यू आर शूटिंग कॉन्स्टेंटली
2 महीने सब खलास.
नहीं 2 महीने जो भी लगे 4 महीने लगे बिकॉज दिस कोविड टाइम्स दैट द रीजन एवरीथिंग गॉट अ लिटिल स्ट्रेच्ड इट डिडंट हैपन लाइक you know like if he wanted to finish it in 3 months because there were a lot of restrictions suddenly ho jata tha कि night में you cannot shoot or more than 20 people you cannot have suddenly so we've also not seen it so all my shows whether I've done Fame Game recently or in the last hour I also saw it with the audience so this show also
So
now
all virgin reactions at that time.
yes absolutely so like coming back to the trailer when I saw the trailer definitely I saw the trailer before the audience बट जब वो ऑडियंस के सामने आता है और जब आप वो यूट्यूब में देखते हो या यू नो सोशल मीडिया में देखते हो तो व्हेन यू आर वाचिंग इट विद द उसका एक मज़ा अलग आता है तो इवन आई वाज वेरी इंट्रीग्ड द वे इट वाज यू नो द स्क्रिप्ट एंड एवरीथिंग यू डोंट नो बिकॉज इट्स इन 5 एपिसोड्स यू डोंट नो हाउ एवरीबडी इज परफॉर्म वो कट कैसे हुआ है डेफिनेटली देयर इज डेफिनेटली अ इंट्रीग यू वांट टू वॉच इट यू वांट टू नो किसने किया है यार मर्डर क्या हो रहा है and definitely that intrigue is there so it's very interesting and even I'm waiting for 7 July to see the show
This is it season 2 is out 7 July it is. Thank you so much for joining me brother. Thank you. I know I'll see you very soon.
Thank you
Here's to see you soon as well sir.
Yes.
Take care and see you guys soon. Of course B4 Entertainment is where you can catch it and 7 July it is so check it out. Bye bye.